Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Vicky's World. I'm Vicky and I am going to talk to you today about my weight loss journey and how I'm doing on Slimming World and an update. So yeah, it is today the 10th of July, it is Wednesday, so I got weighed yesterday. My weigh day is a Tuesday. So first of all, please excuse the state of me. I'm still not doing very good and it is a bit dark because I've got a sore head. So I've got the curtains closed because the sunlight affects my eyes and makes my headache worse. So yeah, that's those two things. Might get interrupted with Tyrion. He does like to sort of interrupt. He's sitting here at the minute, just listening to everything. So like I said, it's July the 10th. I'm back last month. Let me see, so my parents went on holiday on the 9th of July, I believe. Yes, it was the 9th of July. So I was able to weigh that previous week and I can't remember how I did. Hang on, he wants to go under there. Go on then. He's so funny. At least he's behaving though, that's the main thing. So yeah, at the beginning of June I weighed and then I wasn't able to weigh them for 2 weeks whilst they were away, because if you're new and if you're not new and you don't know, I don't work due to my disability, which is fibromyalgia. I suffer chronic pain and I have various other like autoimmune and different things which I won't go into on this video, but I am planning on making a video and talking about those other things. So those 2 weeks then I wasn't doing very good with my pain and my fatigue and everything else and my other symptoms. So that then put me into a bad place with my mental health, and yeah, it was a dark place and I don't like being there. I suppose nobody likes being there, but you know, it's something that you can't help. But you know, now I'm, you know, not better. I don't think I'll ever be better, but I'm sort of feeling more myself then. So with those three things, then I didn't want to eat, so I wasn't eating, and I do that quite often. Sometimes I just won't eat throughout the day, just because I want to stay in bed and I want to sleep, because I just can't face moving. I literally can't move, and then my mood is low, so I don't want to get up, and you know, it goes that. Or then, you know, I was grabbing just easy things and the wrong things, so maybe like a bowl of cereal, not going, you know, crazy, but not sort of following the Slimming World way. So instead of having a healthy extra B bowl of cereal, I was having like a big bowl of cornflakes or something. But something in me was telling me that it was better for me to have something than have nothing, if that makes sense, because I'm not the type of person that if I don't eat I won't lose weight. I'll gain weight, which I know sounds really strange, but I won't if I don't eat, which, you know, I've been through periods, you know, over the last couple of years now, where I'll get to a point and I just, because the pain makes me feel sick, or I'm too fatigued and nauseous to be able to do anything, or I'm in too much pain to be able to prepare something. Yeah, so that's where I was over those 2 weeks. Plus my parents were away and my mum is like my rock. She's like one of my best friends, and you know, I just lost without her. So she was away for 2 weeks. You know, they had a lovely holiday and I was so happy for them, because they've not been well either. But you know, she helps me out with a lot of things, and you know, because I have problems with my hands, she helps chop things. So like, she'll chop vegetables for me and sort of put them in the fridge, and then I can just go in and do it, or she'll help me batch cook. And obviously because she wasn't there, I didn't have that. You know, my husband would help me, but you know, he works full time, then he comes home and he takes care of me. So you know, I was just thinking, right, as long as I eat something, then you know, I'm happy with that, so I can take my meds. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm digressing a bit and I'm waffling a bit. That's something, again, if you're new or If you've been here a while, you'll know that I waffle a bit, and again, that's to do with my fibro, and my anxiety as well, because I always get nervous making these videos even though I shouldn't. But yeah, I do repeat myself and I do waffle, and then after I've done it, I know I've done it, but I couldn't help myself doing it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I apologise in advance for that. So after those 2 weeks, then they came back. So they've been back a couple of weeks now. So it was you see, I weighed on the 23rd. So I've had 2 weigh-ins now since they've been back. So that would have been around the 30th, and then, no, it was the 9th, so the 2nd of July. So it was the 2nd of July that I weighed, and then the 2nd, 1st, so it would have been, I don't know, 20 something, yeah, so around the 23rd of June. So I weighed on that day, so it was around the 23rd, 24th of June, whatever it was, on a Tuesday. I weighed in and I gained 5 pounds over those 2 weeks, which I don't think for me was that bad, because obviously I was in a bad eating pattern, either not eating or, you know, eating the wrong things or grabbing the wrong things. So I was fine with that, you know. Yeah, it's a gain and no one wants to see a gain at the scales, but, you know, I nearly didn't go to weigh in, but I thought, you know, what is the point? You know, I need to go and see where I am and, you know, get back on track. As always, my consultant is amazing. She knows exactly what I'm going through. You know, I've known her for 12 years now, going back and forth to Slimming World so many times on and off. And, you know, she is hands down the best consultant I've ever had. And I would be so upset if she ever left. You know, I've had other consultants which are good, but they don't come close. And I've had my best friend supporting me, and of course my mum. And yeah, she comes to the same class, so that was that. And then the 2nd of July then rolled around, and it was weigh day again. I'd had a really good week, drinking lots of water. I didn't drink as much Coke, and that week I lost 3 pounds, which I was over the moon with, because I didn't feel like I'd lost anything. But yeah, so that was 3 pounds on the 2nd of July. Again, just carried on with my week. I made sure that I had things, or looked for things that were easy, and my mum was here, so she helped with chopping and preparing things for me, which makes it so much easier. Yeah, so excuse me, that was last week. Then this Sunday, the 7th of July, was my wedding anniversary, my 12-year wedding anniversary, actually, because I very first joined Slimming World 12 years ago. It was literally just after I got married, and yeah, that's when I first ever went to Slimming World, and it was still red and green back then, and Success Express and all of that, and it's changed so much over the years. But yeah, so, but I was on plan. I didn't go off plan or anything. On Monday, so that was the day before weigh-in, we went, I will talk about this again in a separate video, but I've been taking CBD oil, and there's a shop about 20 minutes away from us that has been set up, and they're really good there. So we went down there, and I treated myself to a milkshake, and they put CBD in their milkshakes as well, but obviously it was full of fat. You know, I had ice cream, I had milk in, and I had a Ferrero Rocher one, and it was really nice, actually, really nice. But, you know, then I thought, oh, I'm going to treat myself, because I wanted one before, but I didn't get one. And I then, after I had it, the guilt kicked in, and I was thinking, well, why did I do that? You know, I've been on plan all week. You know, why did I go and have this milkshake, etc.? And yeah, it sort of threw me a bit. But then when I spoke to my friend, my best friend, who goes to the class with me, you know, she said, look, you know, stop panicking. It's only one thing. it's not gonna, you know, you're not gonna gain all your weight back. And she always says that to me, and you know, it's true. One thing out of a week, or one sort of iffy week, if you know, whatever, if you've quite a way down on your journey, you know, you've lost a couple of stone, then you're not going to put a couple of stone on in a week. So yeah, that's what she tells me. And she's right. So then I was like, oh God, what have I done? Should I go to weigh-in, etc., etc.? But I thought, no, I'm gonna go. But on the Monday then, when we got back from going, because I don't drive again due to my disability. I have a license, but I just don't drive because of the pain and the fatigue that I suffer. I'm just afraid to, and my husband won't let me anyway. But because I don't drive, my husband then takes me where I need to go. So we got back, and I sort of, you know, sorted everything out. And within sort of half hour to an hour of getting back, I literally felt like I'd been hit by a bus, and my pain level went up over 10. You know, the pain scale 1 to 10 went up over a 10, and I was bedbound then. I just couldn't do anything. I couldn't walk, I could hardly talk, and yeah, it's not fun. But I didn't have this sort of crushing fatigue with it at the same time, and that's what sort of can finish me off really. And I just have to then like sleep. But I didn't have it at the same time. It was the pain. Yeah, I was tired, because you know, pain is going to make you tired, it's going to make you cranky. But you know, I went to bed, and yeah, that was pretty much it. I just laid in bed on my phone, and you know, my husband just said, look, you know, if you need anything, give me a shout. And the dog just laid with me, because he always knows when I'm not doing good. So yeah, that was Monday, which was this Monday the 8th. I know, again, I'm waffling, I'm so sorry. So yeah, I stayed in bed, but I was on plan apart from the milkshake. You know, my food stayed on plan. I had, what did I have? I had Weetabix, because I've got into sort of, I like to have on a Monday, it's sort of become a little routine now. On a Monday, I like to have Weetabix, but I have 2 as my B choice, and then I have 2 extra as 6 sins, and then I have my milk as my A choice, just with a bit of sweetener. And then I have that with some fruit, or if I hadn't used all my sins, then I might have had, like, I don't know, a chocolate bar or something. But yeah, so I did that. So I had something to take my pain meds, and I didn't really do much. Then yesterday, Tuesday, when I woke up, the fatigue had hit me, and I don't know if anybody else watching this has a chronic illness, has fibro, or has chronic fatigue and knows what it's like. It's like, it is soul crushing, and it feels sometimes like I'm drowning, and I'm just like, I can't move, I can't keep my eyes open, I can't talk, I can't concentrate. And that was that's the more cognitive side of things. And the only thing that I was grateful for, even though I had that, and you know, it is so hard, I felt sick from it, because I tend to, when I get fatigue really bad and it hits me, I feel really nauseous and feel really sick. So even though I don't really eat much I don't really eat anything until I've weighed, which is bad, I know, but I don't do it on a Tuesday. I still wouldn't have been able to eat even if I did, because of the way I felt. But I didn't have that level 10 pain with it both together. So having just the fatigue and having my sort of usual daily pain, you know, I was having twinges, and I did have quite a bad twinge and pain when I was in class, but it was nowhere near as bad. So like, having them together is sort of, you know, that's sort of me written off. But separately, you can sort of try and concentrate on one or the other. So I wasn't sure if I was going to go to class because of how I was feeling with the fatigue. And I thought, right, no, I'm going to go. I even, when my parents got here, I even had to come and lie on the bed and just lie here and, you know, try and like force myself. I couldn't even move my head. That's how bad it was. But I got up, I got dressed, I got ready, put all my stuff together, and I went. It was really hard because even, you know, like I said, holding your head up, putting one foot in front of the other, when you've got that amount of chronic fatigue, is really, really extremely difficult. But I'm so proud of myself that I did it and I went, and, you know, it's just, yeah, I did it. But yeah, it was an achievement for me, and my consultant knows that, and she knows how much I struggle with, you know, everything that I've got, and she's so supportive. So yeah, long story short, I'm so sorry. Long story short, when I weighed yesterday, again, I didn't think I'd lost anything. I didn't feel like I had. I felt, you know, just yuck. But I lost 2.5 pounds. So yeah, I was really shocked, but really, really happy. So that meant that I've got rid of my gain, my 5 pound gain, and I've lost half a pound as well. So I was chuffed with that. And also, me and my friend, we got Slimmer of the Week. Both of us got it. We both lost 2.5, and we had losses last week. And it was really nice that we got it together. So we shared the bag of goodies, and it was really nice. So yeah, I'm now at 4 stone 8.5 pounds lost. I think this is the most that I've lost sort of this time round. But yeah, I've got 5.5 pounds to go for my 5 stone award. I'm putting no pressure on myself. You know, it'll come when it comes. You know, I'm so poorly at the moment that, you know, I just got to keep an eye on things. I'm going to do plan how I know to do plan, and just do the best I can. And that's it, really. If anybody else is in that situation, you know, if you're not well or whatever it is, you know, you got it, you can do it, and just take it day by day. And that's what I do. I take it day by day. And, you know, if I have a bit of an iffy day the one day, the next day, then I'll wake up and I'll try all over again. And that's something, you know, having a chronic illness and being part of the, you know, I don't post a lot on here about sort of, you know, the things I go through and that. But, you know, on Instagram, I found a lot of lovely people, lovely women mostly, and some men who've got chronic illnesses and go through what I go through. And, you know, just seeing them and talking, I've talked to a lot of them, and it really does help being part of, you know, being a spoonie, as they call it, and, you know, just having that understanding. It's good to have it, and, you know, you just gotta dust yourself off and just keep going. And, you know, you can do it, anyone can do it. And you know, take it step by step, hour by hour, if you have to. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you need to do that, you need to do it. I've had to do it before, and, you know, I'll take it hour by hour and see how I'm doing. And it's just, what I'm trying to say is, losing weight is hard. It's hard for anybody, regardless of your age, of how much you've got to lose, whether you've got to lose 1 stone or 20 stone, it doesn't matter. It's hard. And having this community, having the community on Instagram, it helps so much. Everybody just gives support to each other and understands the weight loss, you know, how hard it is. And then when you've got a chronic illness or any kind of illness, or, you know, anything on top of that, it makes it so much harder. And, you know, be proud of yourself if you've got out of bed today and, you know, you've just walked to the kitchen and back and you've made yourself a non-planned lunch. be proud of yourself, you know, and just take it. And, you know, I've talked about this before, but pacing is something that my occupational therapist talked to me about, and I don't take my own advice, but, you know, just pace yourself and be proud of the things that you do achieve. So yeah, I think I better stop waffling now. So long story short, I've had 2 solid losses the last few weeks. I'm hoping for another loss this week. Again, whatever I lose is coming down, is going down. That's the main thing. If I maintain, or if I gain, if I have a small gain, then, you know, I have to try and take my own advice and realize that, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to gain 4 stone 8.5 pounds back in that week, whatever it is. It's just a little bit frustrating for me, because I want this 5 stone back so bad, because I've been there and I've been to nearly 5.5 stone, but I just want to get back there. And my friend, she always says to me, I know you want to get there and you will get there, but you need to put yourself first, you know, put your health first, both mental and physically. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, if that makes any sense. And if you've got this far, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for watching, and, you know, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you were getting on, how you are, and you know, if you want to talk, I'm here. And, you know, it can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about Slimming World. That's the beauty of social media, is that, you know, there's always somebody there for somebody, you know, and you can find that if you're on one of these platforms. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and being subscribed to my channel. And if you're not subscribed, press the button down here somewhere. I can never remember which way I have to point, but it's down there. And press the subscribe button. Come along on my journey with me. We can support each other through everything, through losing weight, chronic illness, whatever it is. You know, I'm there to support you as much as you guys support me. And yeah, thank you. That's all I can really say. I know I don't make these update videos as often as I should. I probably should do a little one just every week. It would make it a lot easier for me, but I do forget. I have terrible memory problems. I forget, and then it's left for so long, and then I get really anxious about doing one. And I don't know why I do, because I've been doing this for long enough now. And yeah, I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much again, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.